Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome, guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you will be tuning in. Well, it's only 1 hour later. I guess it's 9 p.m. Central Time, or right, 1 hour later or 1 hour earlier for those of you in Central Time. I could not come on earlier. I just want to share with you guys a few things, a few thoughts. Um, Welcome everyone. Good to see you. Hopefully you will be able to watch it in a recording. I know you kind of lost hope because I'm late only by 1 hour. But let's get into it. I tried to make a live earlier today. Let's talk about a little bit about dating confusion and contradictory advice that contradicts, and also your choices, your actions, people you speak with and things you put to life, to practice. I am learning a lot of things doing my work, what I'm doing, and also living my own life. So this video is inspired by a conversation I had with somebody, and I casually mentioned that I try never share my plans with anybody, but for a good reason. Um, Despite of having public profiles, 90% of my life is private, and I really enjoy it because for me, most important validation happens here. I don't need to um, look for external sources to approve what I like or what I enjoy. I hope you guys understand what I mean. So anyway, long story short, I had to kind of mention some things I'm doing or some of my plans, and the person I was talking to, she just made this face like, "Wow, oh, you making some plans, you're doing something outside of the box. Why?" And I was thinking, why? Because one day I won't be able to do those things. One day I won't be able to enjoy these things. That's exactly why. So, Groundhog Day or Groundhog Life, sometimes um, what happens is people basically live in the same day the entire year, and they live the same year for 75 years, right? Sometimes people live the same, every day is the same than the day before. And I guess people often find a lot of comfort in doing the same thing. That is one aspect of it, but a lot of people having a lot of discomfort and they don't really like their life, whether it's financial, health, career, friendship, location. A lot of people are very dissatisfied with their life, and yet when you actually have the courage to change it, to do something, a lot of people are freaking out because it's something that they wouldn't do. And I just shared because I had to make few people aware of my upcoming plans because I had to and so, and it's really interesting. This reaction gives me anxiety in a way. So let's project this on dating. You know, a lot of times when you think outside of the box, when maybe you have, if ladies are watching me, ladies, if you have somebody, if you have men around you, but you're not really interested in them, doesn't mean that you should just, well, what if I won't find anybody better? Or um should it be should you do your choices out of fear, or should you listen to what's inside? Should you listen to your heart and to how you feel about this, or should you listen to your mother or grandmother that, you know, lived with a man for 45 years, and all 45 years she complained every single day, and you've been through fights, and you've been through you know how those 45 years were on the inside, and you don't want a life like this, you want something different, right? So I just, it's just incredible how sometimes it's so easy to let other people in your head, you know, whether it's family, friends, and I'm a big believer into keeping your private life private, even though, you know, once in a while you share something, I think that's okay. But um not I wouldn't even call it, I would not call it secretive, but I would call it private. Yes, you know, some things you want to share with the world at some point, yes, but really important to check with you know, if this year you're sick and tired of you know, being home alone on holidays, or dealing with your crazy family that's have all this drama, and you decide to go for travel, or you decide to go and meet a lady, or you know, why it should be so shocking to everybody. I feel like people feel so comfortable when you are in a groundhog life, because it kind of, you kind of predictable, you are not doing anything you know, risky, and it's especially, I think, I feel like family or close friends, there is something about it that and I hate to say this, but a lot of people, when they see that you're doing something out of the box, um it triggers them, because they realize that they have never done anything out of the box, or anything that they really wanted to do. And let me tell you, women, for example, who never done anything they want to do, they are, you know, those very bitter women. Women who are, you know, always put their hopes and dreams, and they're doing, oh, this is for my child, this is for my husband, or this is for my mom, or this is for my sister. They always the most frustrated women. They most, they hold contempt and resentment. Ask me how I know. That used to be me as well. I thought that if I just work harder, you know, if I just prove everybody that I'm such a good person, I work so hard, maybe finally people will see, uh, you know, that I'm such a gem, you know. But it's the opposite is true. When you put when you have no place for yourself, when you have no courage to do what you want to do, even though it could be very simple things, um, and you think that somehow every day should be just like the day before, you don't have the right, you know, a lot of women feel like they don't have the right to do things for themselves. And yes, some men too, it really depends on the situation, on circumstance, right? So basically, what can we do, my dear friends at the chat? What can we do to not live groundhog life and groundhog day? What do you think we should do to not live the same day every single day? You know, there are a lot of people who saying, you know what, I'm gonna make it to 90, I'm gonna make it to you know, I want to live to be 100, but they are so dissatisfied with their life, and I'm thinking to myself, what is the point to live a life like this to 100 when you don't do anything, you don't enjoy anything you're doing? I mean, I don't care living to 100 if I hate every single day, if I don't get to do, to say, to see what I do, to experience what I want, to be with who I want to be, and not to, you know, with somebody who just decided so. to travel and experience things that I want to experience, and not to surrender to how maybe family sees it. Oh, you should not be traveling, it is dangerous. Or why would you do that, why do you need to go there? Well, ask yourself the question, why? And the answer is so simple, it's not even funny. The answer is the most simple answer there could be. The answer is because one day you won't be able to do these things. One day you may not be able to do these things. So this is just my thoughts on the Groundhog Day, and I actually want to transfer them on Groundhog Dating. Should I call this video Groundhog Dating? So anyway, Groundhog Dating is when you do the same thing. You're doing the same thing. You talk to the same kinds of women. You get hurt the same time, or ladies, you talk to same kinds of men. And you get hurt the same time, and it's over and over. Same thing. And maybe this is a time when you try something different. I want to hear you guys in the chat. I see you, a lot of people saying I agree. So who do I have here? Hey Lance, hey Steven, hey Jim, Jerry, can I tell you something? Can you please stop writing that you're from Texas? I remember that you're from Texas. Please, for the love of God. I appreciate you. I know you have been here for a long time, but I I'm I'm able to remember from where you are. Groundhog dating. Yeah, I know. Groundhog dating. I like the spelling. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jerry. I appreciate you being often on the streams, but I can only take so much. Just think about it. Oh, by the way, this is your groundhog writing. You always, write, "Hi, I'm Jerry," and I know you've been enjoying the videos, and you're a very good subscriber. Please don't take it personal as a personal attack or anything like this. This is actually fits the topic. We're just talking about tweaking some things, changing some things. Maybe appearing differently, maybe using different language, maybe uh, doing some things in a different way. So let's talk about groundhog dating. Maybe there are some things that keeping you stuck. Maybe you're listening to people that have contradictory advice and keep you stuck. You go to certain channels will tell you all the horrible things about women, and then you go and watch Ukrainian perspective, and it tells you all the beautiful things about women, and then you go back, and then you go back and forth. There is not another person that is just like you, but there are people with who we are aligning, right? You may have your favorite author, you have your favorite singer, you have your favorite friend, your favorite things that you enjoy, and you gravitate towards them because you have resemblance. Something in your heart uh, resonates with that particular person, with a particular message. So sometimes, if something did not work for you, if the only thing you're doing is watching videos and you not actually meeting and experiencing things, maybe it's time to switch. Maybe it is time to listen to something contradictory, or even better, get and do it. Or I have people who reach out to me for help, which I appreciate your trust, guys, I really do. I'm gonna put some different um I don't know, I just want to put some different, ooh, look at that exotic filter. So some people reaching out to me with questions and situations, and also Groundhog Day, the same thing. A lot of people want me to tell them the answers on things, but they don't really want to hear the answers, right? They don't really want to hear the truth. They want to do the same thing over and over again, and then um, nothing changes for obvious reasons, right? So I really think it's important to just, you don't have to make a post about it. You don't have to put, share this on Instagram, but sometimes you have to think, you know what, I really don't want to live like this. I had many of these moments in my life when I just realized, this is not okay. This is not normal. I had times when people literally told me, well, this is just how it is, honey. You either accept this or there is no other way. Um, and I knew in inside of my heart, I knew that this is not how it is. And I cannot stand when people gaslight me, when they tell me things or trying to project their failures, and that I want too much. No, I don't want too much. I know exactly what it is. And when somebody trying to tell you that you feel the wrong way, you know um I've heard this several times in my life when people tell you, you know what, no, you feel it the wrong way. This is not how it is. Like, you are wrong the way you feel. Let me tell you once again, you are never wrong the way you feel. You know how sometimes somebody betraying you, maybe your partner, your lover, your husband, your wife, and you have not seen the evidence, but inside of you, you just feel like death. Or, you have this visions, you feel the energy in the room. You know how sometimes you live in the room and people are going to talk about you right now, and it's not going to be a positive conversation, but they are too chicken to talk to you face to face. So in this ocean of advice and different perspectives and different ideas, guys, I stand for certain ideas and things, but find something that works for you. But on the other hand, make sure you actually apply it. Make sure you actually doing something. You're not just sitting there forever, uh, never exploring these options, never going out, never meeting people. Some of you think that you're gonna meet this gorgeous Ukrainian woman, and some of you will and some of you won't. So question: does she has necessarily to be Ukrainian and to live an ocean away? Could she be somebody else? What qualities does she have? And things like this. Sometimes you need to change your vision for something, because somebody that you really you may find really special, and something or somebody that works for you, maybe next door to you. You just never know. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bill. I appreciate it. Let me check this out. Thank you so much for the almost $20 super chat. And Bill is saying, Добрый вечер, Veronika. Добрый вечер, Bill. Time to leave or time to life? I guess both. I think it was time to leave though. Time to be a better version of you. It ain't over till it's over. Be constantly exploring and evolving. I agree with that. Exactly true. Uh, be sometimes be the change, be the challenge to you. And I got so anxious. This video is a result of me getting very anxious because I had to explain to somebody why I have some uh out of the box things I'm doing. And I'm like, why do I even have to explain? You always have this voice of doubt. Maybe you are crazy. Maybe you're not supposed to do these things. But then, I thought about this once again. You do these things while you can. tomorrow is not guaranteed, some of you, I'm gonna share with you guys something very personal, very very personal, that I had not shared on the live videos yet. uh I think it was about early August, even though I was doing my live videos, but I was really sick. I don't know what happened. I wasn't, I could not, I would be okay in the middle of the day, but it was something kind of felt like back pain. But what I realized yesterday, it was just something connected to the nerves. Something happened, basically. Something emotional took a toll on my body, so I literally could not go downstairs or go to my car. So even though I would make my videos here and there, because I would have a little bit of time when I would feel okay, but in the morning when I would wake up, I was waking up in extreme pain. It just was last month. And I'm the person that, sees a doctor one time in 8 years or something like that, right? So it was quite shocking. And I'm back to normal, and things are going wonderful. But here is the thing. mm, I was thinking about all the things I had done, all the things, all the travels I have done, all the incredible people I spent time with, all my, personal things that I had experienced. And I was just so grateful, and it was so sudden. Um, it was so sudden that, one morning, guys, I'm just telling you, one morning I'm waking up, and just imagine this. Just came back from one travel. I have all these plans, I have all these things going on, and you just wake up and I was paralyzed. Basically, if I make one move, I'm in tears and I'm trying not to scream. So it was so bad. So think about this. You take every day, that every day you're gonna feel like you feel today. You trying to align your wishes, your desires, so they look good to other people. But sometimes they look great to other people, but they don't look great to you. So even though I was really depressed and hurt, of and it's kind of lasted 2 to 3 weeks, which feels like a decade. But it taught me, it just gave me that insight that, oh my god, there are some things I really want to change in my life. I really want to change them. But there are some things I'm so grateful that I step out of this freaking groundhog, and I just had to put my foot down and do what I want to be doing. And sometimes look funny or silly and deal with conversations behind my back, but I was doing things that I want to do. I was exploring, like last couple years. I was thinking about last couple years of my life, because I didn't know what was that thing, and I didn't know what the hell had happened, and why all of a sudden, I cannot go downstairs. What the hell? But that was a powerful experience, guys. So please don't take your well-being today as something that you consistently will have these options. Look even at this quarantine and this pandemic, whatever that is. You always had an option. Oh, I'm gonna have one day, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna travel to Europe. Oh, one day I'm gonna go to Ukraine. One day I'm gonna go see this girl. And March 2020, and there is no more one day for 6 months, right? Or however many months it could be for you. So, the Groundhog Day, it's just, we need to take ourselves out of the rut sometimes to really see things for what they are. I'm gonna talk about an anchor, but first I want to thank you for another super chat. Almost a $10 super chat from Lance. Thank you so much, Lance. And Lance is saying, live the life you know in your heart you want and follow it. Very true. Very true. And don't wait till specific day will come, Oh, this day will come, or this special, somebody come and knock on your door and tell you, I think this day had come. I really think that you should start living today. It's really funny, but every day we are doing things, a lot of things like this, you know, just like chores, or we call them chores, or, like on a horse. Can't see. And sometimes you have goals, you have something important coming up, you need to focus. But honestly, oi, honestly, overall, it is so important to realize that, you don't have to live in a basement. You can have your bedroom, you can be in your living room. You don't have to live in the basement of your house, right? You can, but you don't have to. And that's what, oh, and I want to talk about anchors. Sometimes when you travel, you get a little anxious. You need to think about this and that, and then you need to pack your bags. You need to make sure your business is things are wrapped up. If you have somebody staying in the house, it's one thing. If you don't have anybody in the house, you need to make sure the plants won't die or your dog won't die. But here is the thing: when you travel, I feel that there is something about that you really have a. It's not only about seeing other people and exploring. But let's think about this, guys. When you travel, what also happens? You get away from your routine. Okay, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be done, this person is gonna call you. Even if you're on vacation, but how many of you try to take a vacation and stay home and see how great a vacation you have? Somebody calls you, somebody knocks on your door, or you need to fix this, you need to go change that. And before you know it, you've never had a chance to look at your life from the perspective. I feel like when we are in a hotel room or Airbnb house, there is nothing that we need to fix, improve, work with. We don't have any responsibilities or chores, and kind of mentally, it gives you this freedom. Because when I'm at home, I feel grounded somewhat and anchored. I don't know, guys. Please share how you feel. You feel, I feel I have anchor, and I'm just anchored, and it could be a good feeling. But when you are exploring, when I have to have a chance to explore, I feel that I have wings, I feel that I'm free. And we all want to have beautiful, you know well, maybe not all. You guys like cars and some other things. As a woman, I love my beautiful accessories and dresses and all of that. But I do realize that on the other hand, all these things are holding me and weighing me down sometimes. It's nice to get away, from your, closet, and your things, your books. I mean, basically your clutter. No matter how cute or useful it is, I feel that when you give away those things and possessions, even for some time, you really gain freedom. There is something about it. You know, okay, somebody was laughing at me because I was talking about eventually being a minimalist. If you would see my closet and everything I got, you'd be laughing too. But the thing is, I think with time, I probably gonna become a lot more minimalistic. Although it's very hard when you're creative. For me, some of you guys know I have this, business with I have retro furs. By the way, I will post a link to my retro store under the video, because a lot of people were asking me about the gifts for the ladies. So I will post a link to my uh, um, vintage glamour website. But I have fun, I'm very creative, I love creating different images, different makeup, different looks. I love retro looks. I have fun, I love creating things and visions but on the other hand, sometimes I look and I wonder, if I would not have all these things, would I be happier, would I be freer? And it's hard to say. So sometimes I feel like I want half of my space having all these things that I enjoy to create with, but the other half, being free, with with big windows, plants, maybe just minimum decor but beautiful decor. So it's kind of like airy, roomy, and spark, like kind of, there is a lot more air. And same going on with our head. When last time have you decluttered your thoughts? When last time have you meditated or write the cluttered thoughts out? If we would just woke up with a different, fresh mind every day, it would not be a Groundhog Day. Don't you guys think? I'm actually a minimalist in terms of, uh, in certain areas of my life. I'm very minimalist in certain areas of my life. When it comes to friendships, when it comes to people who I can relate to, um, yeah, when it comes to some of my very, very, very personal things, I am a minimalist. I have yet to master it with my clothing, books, and accessories. And the thing is, here is the thing: as long as I create something with it, as long as it's has a place, right? Um, Jake is saying, I would need a lobotomy to be able to do that. I overthink so much. Yeah, I hear you. I'm the same way, Jake. I'm very similar. But sometimes talking about thinking, sometimes I feel the same. I'm gonna just a second. Okay. Sometimes I feel the same. I put minimalistic thinking into um practice, just like stuff and clothing or whatever clutter you have. Sometimes I actually do it. So sometimes when I start overthinking something or having this same thought, I just literally have to snip it out, chop it off. I just try to generalize and just have a certain way of a pep talk for myself, and it kind of helps. Sometimes you tell yourself, snap out of it, snap out of it, stop. We all have issues. We all have things and situations that happen to us, right? um and sometimes, I have been having living a great Groundhog Day, or some low vibrational days, or low mood days. And I just realized, you don't really have to do it the next day. You can change it. You can change your environment. You can find the keys to change these things. I have a challenge for the chat, since we're having this conversation today. Do you have an example when you found yourself in a groundhog day or groundhog life, and you found a way of it? You noticed something that you had not done before, and you started doing it. And yes, I will put some bubbles. Thank you. We have another super chat. uh okay, bubbles actually sound really good. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. I'll put some bubbles. Woo! We're gonna put bubbles to lighten it up, but it's actually a pretty light topic, guys. I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. It's been a long time. By the way, I want to welcome new Patreon members. Thank you so much for joining, my dear friends. I will announce when we're gonna have our next Zoom. I would like to grow our Patreon, so we can have more people on our Zoom call, because we sometimes have Zoom call, with 5 people, with 10 people. Sometimes we have bigger, but we really, it just would really make a lot of sense if we have, new faces and fresh ideas and stories. and I have several people who want to share their stories on the Zoom. So I'm gonna try. It's not so easy to align everybody, but we're definitely gonna have Zoom um in the next 30 days. Okay, in the next several weeks. Well, um I'll tell you a little bit more about my plans soon. But if we could just, so right now we have 20 Patreons. So if we could get 25 Patreons, 25 to 30, we can again have it every other day. Um so so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoying the bubbles. Maybe somebody could drop the link for Patreon and for my email. um I would appreciate that. I don't know who still I have. uh, so okay, I'm going to read, guys, your messages. Thank you so much for the bubbles. Bubbles really take you out of the dark, right? um thank you for sharing. Okay, how about some black and white? You guys know that I love black and white. I'm very casual today. This is my workout outfit. um I'm just having a home conversation. It feels really good to connect with you guys. uh no, Jake, I don't do one-on-one. Zoom is a special service and it comes at a cost, and I offer it to people for a few. Sometimes I have few sessions with people who just want to talk face to face. So no, it does not include. Our Zoom call is when members who can come and share, who want to be part of the group, they come and share it. So it's a group chat, and a lot of people enjoy it because we can share it. So right now you just see me. It's harder for you to share your story typing, right? It's also would be cool for me to be able to see your face, right? So those of you who are on Patreon, please share. Consider joining. It's actually, we have been, our last Zoom, we spent 3 hours on our last Zoom, which is not gonna be happening now, but we had a long deep conversation. People share their stories, and it was amazing. You don't have to stay, you can leave at any moment, and you can come later if you can't come on time. But um it's just a fun experience. We are building our community, and guys, honestly, we probably will have it sometime in the middle of October, just due to my schedule. But if you join now, you will be able to be the guest and make. I have a lot of friends who made connections. They travel to Ukraine together. They park their cars. I mean, a lot of men found friendships through my channel. It's really crazy. I used to joke with one of my members that I bring men together because a lot of people connected through the channel. So, all right, let's go back. Yeah, you feel like you make some friends and you feel like you can talk about your crazy ideas. That's another thing. All right. Oh, wait. What should I do? Yeah. Steven, what do you mean? I think 99 would be okay. 99 members? I'm not sure if I'm ready for 99 members. Um, Maybe I am. We'll see. I need to have a time for it. I probably do have 99 people who would like to come, but everybody lives in a different time zone and stuff. Um, okay, I'm gonna be reading your comments. Yeah. it's really important to snap out of this long inner conversations and just go and do something productive. So I'm gonna share with you guys, I'm also an overthinker for sure, and also I dwell on things. I'm very nostalgic. I like the old way of things. I miss people that I loved, or things the way they used to be at times. So each time I catch myself in this never-ending spiral, I just go and do something. That is my thing. When I find a train of thought that is departing and have unknown destination, and it's not beneficial and it hurts me, and I feel like the end is, the world is ending, I am starting to do something very practical, very down to earth, and very productive, and it takes me out of these thoughts. Now, I do think it's very important to reflect, preferably talking to somebody or writing things down, or even talking to a machine, or even talking to a recorder, if you have some kind of phone or recorder. Sometimes you have things on your heart that you need to get out. You need to either write them out, speak them out, or if you have a therapist, a coach, a mentor, you can talk. But if you can write, there are many options. You have to get it out. But if every day you wake up with the same thoughts, and at the groundhog day there is something you gotta change, there's something you gotta do, right? Something you gotta do about that. You gotta get those bubbles going, you gotta get your system going again. So what would you do? Let me ask you this question: what are you gonna do tomorrow to snap out, or tonight, to change your tomorrow, to change your thoughts? I have several things that really help me. Um, yeah, I have like three different things that help me. I can only name two. Oh, thank you, Stephen. You are so sweet. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, for the love. Can never go wrong with that. Plan tomorrow, tonight. Yes. Very good, Wayne. Wayne is saying plan tomorrow, tonight. This is an excellent, very practical and excellent. Wait, my arm. Advice, or um, just excellent insight, because when you're prone to depression, or when you're trying to get out of a bad cycle, and you are just, that maybe in the evening you feel a little bit better, but then when you wake up, you just wake up and it's again groundhog day, groundhog months, groundhog year, and groundhog life. So excellent, Wayne. You gotta uh put a plan, very simple plan, not 500 things to do, but very simple plan, what you're gonna do tomorrow. And that really helps. Oh wow, thank you. Let's see, I get a super chat. I cannot see it yet. Is it from Steven? Oh, it's from King Nero. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I like, well, definitely this orange sticker lifts up my mood. Especially it looks cool on my black and white. Thank you so much. And it says you are amazing. Well, you are all on this call amazing as well. And sometimes I want to come out, not as Ukrainian uh, relationship dating advisor, but just as a human being that evolving and growing, and facing life. And I just want to talk to you because I know that sometimes we have the need for these conversations. And that's why I'm here tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it, Stan. Thank you. And all of you guys, supporters and writers and sharers, and those of you who are on my Patreon, and just in general, all of you guys. And remember, I received a message from somebody, so I'm having a lot of, different people watching, and some people say, Veronica, I can't contribute. Like, you can contribute by putting thumbs up, writing a comment when video is ended, sharing the video. That's how you can help. Okay, should I go? Okay, I'm gonna go. Shall I go back to color? I'm gonna go back to color. Exotic. I feel like I'm in Florida. Actually have so many exotic flowers here at my house, so I'm having mini Florida. um Chronic depressive, also prone to procrastination. Exactly. But why do you think you have procrastination? You have procrastination because, if somebody would tell you that whatever you're doing right now is going to come up perfectly, would you be procrastinating? Seriously. Oh no, no, don't. Oh, sorry, guys. If there is a project uh in your personal life, in your career, with your health, with your finance, if somebody would knock onto your door and tell you, oh, this is going to be very successful, this is great, you're so good at this, um I can see the final result, would you really be procrastinating? No. The only reason, the main reason people procrastinate is because they don't have faith in themselves, and they suffer from low self-esteem, and often it's hidden. And you procrastinate even some things that are beneficial to you. Sometimes you procrastinate on, opening the mail, and you may have offer, or you may have a check in the mail. Sometimes you procrastinate to call a friend because you're embarrassed to say that, you're not doing so well. Sometimes you procrastinate on a passion project that you just feel that you're not good enough, but you don't give yourself a chance to do it, to actually express it. Sometimes you procrastinate on very important life decisions, such as um, starting something or ending something. Sometimes it's in your personal life, you know that certain things need to end, or certain needs things need to start, but you're procrastinating. By the way, I don't want to procrastinate on bubbles. I need to put some bubbles. So yes, but it's very hard to use your gifts when you feel you're not good enough. So I'm here to remind you that you are just right for what you're doing. You are doing your best, and you showing up. Sometimes you almost need to have this pep talk for your how shall I say this, sometimes you need to be appreciative of the most little tiny things that you are doing. Sometimes you have to pat yourself on the back because you got up this morning, you took in a shower, you put your clothes on, right? Sometimes that's you realize, some people did not get up, some people are there drunk, some people are there um taking drugs, some people decide not to go to work, so it's kind of um it's kind of incredible to realize, I have this tendency of, you know being really hard on myself at times, certain things, and sometimes when I say out loud my thoughts, it really puzzles people. But I think it's kind of like a Russian or Ukrainian thing to um, be hard on yourself, be very critical. And it's okay sometimes, because sometimes you gotta get yourself together. But I don't think that's a great long-term strategy, because it's almost like you beating yourself up. It's not always the best, right? So, okay, guys, black and white or the exotic filter? Yeah, Phil is saying we will rationalize and justify procrastinating everything. It took me 3.5 years to get me to where I thought I was well enough not to screw up someone else's life. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the black and white. I like, it really pops the color. If you just join, when somebody send the highlighted message and I'm in black and white, you can see how it pops. And this is what we need to do. Um, Sometimes when there is black and white, we need to pop that splash of color, in whatever else. Um, Steven wants some more bubbles. Well, Steven, we have this little custom here that we put bubbles on. Um, it's it's a celebration of a super chat. So I've already put bubbles 3 times. So it's kind of like a super chat follow up bubbles. So if I do have them all the time, then how do I put celebration? Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Thank you. Yes, well, I appreciate. Thanks for the compliment. Okay. Oh wow. I have a bubbles request. Well, thank you. All right, but that's gonna be a short one. Gonna be short bubbles. Short bubbles. Thank you. Thanks, Dan. So, guys, I shared enough. I would like to read some more of your messages. Jim is saying that he procrastinates on shaving every week. And then one day you wake up and you do it the first thing. Yeah, because you can't stand it anymore, right? Do not. For me, sometimes I feel that doing some grooming stuff can reverse your day. Grooming stuff can reverse your day. Dressing stuff can reverse your day, right? Um, Kind of changing the state of your mind can reverse your day. I've noticed that. So what I do, one of my hacks, sometimes when something is difficult or something's off, okay, I'm going black and white again. Thank you. I do something that I know will make me feel a little bit stronger, meaning better. Just one step that makes you feel a little bit uplifted. And oh God, just a second. Good Lord. Um, Something that you know can make you feel a little bit more positive, or a little bit more, or give you some strength, inspiration, or uplift you. Maybe it's a song, maybe it's a music, maybe it's putting nice clothes, taking shower. By the way, if some of you who are listening really prone to depression and you're working from home and you hate it and you just don't want to type on the chat, one of my best things that I do, and I know they work for everybody. You work from home, get up, take a shower, shave if you're a man, brush your hair, put some nice clothes on as if you were be going to work, or something really nice, and put cologne too, and start working. This is non-comparable to when you just lounging around in your stretched sweatpants and 10-year-old t-shirt from Google, it's completely different. You're gonna feel like a different person. I work from home all the time. um, but it doesn't mean that you work in your PJs. you know I could not even work in my PJs because I don't wear PJs. So um make sure that you have certain things that put you right back. You have your little point of no return. When you hit that point, you change your whole chemistry changing, and you are ready to, you know you building up the momentum. What maybe three steps that helps you to get out of funk and build up the momentum? Because productivity is the best thing you can possibly do to build up the momentum and to stop the groundhog life. We can talk a little bit about the I'm about let's see, I'm about to wrap up because it's getting a little bit late. um but when it comes to dating, let's just talk a few words about that. I go dressed up to the grocery store, but it has nothing to do about the grocery store. I just get dressed up when I wake up. I don't know if it's grocery store, if it's post office, if it's doctor's office, if it's a date, if it's anything that going on. The thing is when you put together, sometimes very often. Okay, I'm gonna get myself super comfortable. How about that? So when you put together, opportunities are coming out at you. Think about that. You may receive a call from a friend, and if you're put together, you don't have this lame excuse, especially us ladies, because if we are not done, it's kind of hard to be somewhere in half an hour. But you may get a call and your girlfriend saying, hey, we're going to this beautiful place, we're going to this beautiful performance, or to this beautiful restaurant, would you like to join us? So if you are dressed up and dolled up, you just say, you know what, I'm done with my work, I can hop and go. And if you are a mess, you haven't washed your hair in 3 days, and you sit in there in your loungewear, you're gonna say no. And opportunities are everything. You don't know who you're gonna meet, who you're gonna connect with. Um, so it's really really important to jump on into opportunities, but it applies for men as well. You never know when um, opportunities will come at you. If you doing the same thing that you're doing every day and it's not working out, it means that everything needs to be changed. And everything starts in the morning. In the morning, we are getting set for a day. I truly think it's important. I call it non-negotiables. I have my non-negotiables, different for everybody, but I have mine. And um I don't know, I have to be like severely sick. Yeah, by the way, those 2 or 3 weeks when I was really sick, that I still try to put myself together, and I would accomplish it by the late afternoon, when it will, the pain would subside a little bit. I could, and I was happy, even though I wasn't feeling that great, but it helps you because it mentally takes you out of that funk. When you, oh, I'm sick, or I'm this, or I'm that. So, whatever little tiny steps, if they build you momentum, um, you got you got to go for them. Hmm. It's a good question, Stan. I talked about it early in the video. It's really hard to say. It just was sometimes your body takes toll on you when certain things um you don't have time to process certain things, and it just takes toll on you without asking you or giving you exact diagnosis. But I talked about this in the beginning of the video. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this video on the channel or not. We will see. So exactly. You know, dressing up can never get you down. I mean, really. You know, some people used to ask me, why are you doing this? Are you trying to get attention from people? Like, are you trying to impress, cashier or something like that? And I don't, it took me a long time to explain that no, I'm not trying to impress the cashier. I'm not trying to, draw attention when I go do mundane tasks. I'm just trying to put pieces together so I can feel good. That's all. That's all. But you may have another thing that you're doing. So think about this. So let's talk just a few minutes about groundhog dating. Groundhog dating is also when you're doing um groundhog dating also it's when you just doing same things. You even listening maybe to a good insights or good advice, but you don't take chances. You don't talk to ladies. um you don't go out. Guys, as I said, some of you are going to meet somebody, a foreign wife, but some of you will not. So don't just have nobody in your life, you know what I mean? You have to have some feminine influence, go out, meet people, talk to people, meet people, um this is a problem that I do help a lot of guys with um, their connections. And unfortunately, I have to say that about 60% of men that I help, um, maybe 70 sometimes, absolutely in a hopeless situation because they are talking to, it's a groundhog day. You just talk, 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 talk to a girl online, and then it all has the same ending. Um, Sometimes there is a time when you ask yourself, do I really want to spend, okay, I already spent 1 year dating online. I spent 2 years dating online. Um, and I had not met the person, or they did not show up, or it turned out to be fake. Question: how many more years I want to wake up by myself, dating online, looking at the girls, in provocative uh, dresses, looking sexy, looking, cute. How many more years I want to wake up and see that? Maybe I should change something. Maybe I should invest and talk with, Veronika or Michael Mortensen or Alex, or I don't know, any other person. Maybe I should see what actually I want, what I want to do. Not only what I want, but what I could do. Maybe these very friendly ladies that happen on online and talking to me only when I pay them, but when I don't pay them through the live or how you call those dating sites, um paper chat or paper letter, they don't communicate with me. Maybe they actually not that much into me. but it's my fantasy and it's a Groundhog Day because I can never see them. Oh my god. Oh my god, Steven. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm having a anti-groundhog super chat. Oh my gosh, thank you for such a generous super chat, Steven. Your signature super chat. Thank you. We get 99.99 from Steven Coucher. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Are you bribing me for the bubbles? Be honest. Is it a bubbles bribe? But I don't mind getting some bubbles. Steven, do you not like the black and white? Be honest. You know, it's funny. I love the black and white because it reminds me black and white movies that I used to watch. But of course, I'm gonna honor the request and put some bubbles. Thank you. Appreciate it. I have some bubbles. Thank you. Appreciate the support and generosity. Thank you guys, and thank you Steven again. Appreciate it. Thank you. I feel like when I get encouraged like this, I feel that my message resonates. So that encourages me back to do the work I'm doing. Thank you guys. And here you got the bubbles. So guys, what do you think about? I want to hear your thoughts on groundhog dating. Or groundhog relationships. I wasn't talking about campsites. I do not even consider um I do not even consider I forgot what I was saying. You guys interrupted me. I was talking about Groundhog Day and groundhog relationships. Right. Oh, I don't consider cam, the webcams, with girls basically doing virtual sex online. I do not consider that dating. I do not consider that relationship. My dear friends, men who are watching me, if the woman has to go online and she's showing her body, um do you really think, and you feel like your heart is broken, do you really think that she's doing it for you? um this is her job. This is completely different. And you just, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think that she's gonna see you and faint? I saw a story about a girl on OnlyFans. So there was this guy who would spend half of his salary to send her on OnlyFans. I think she was, probably posting some of her erotic, provocative, pictures of her. And this one guy was spending a lot of money. I think like half of his salary on her, but she didn't. He didn't get anything, anything that's special. And of course he wouldn't. Exactly, because she does it for you and other guys. This is a job. This is a job and a lifestyle. And I have no doubts that there are ladies who are would not do it if they would have a good man or good life. But how do you know? Do you want to be, do you want to be a psychiatrist? Do you want to be a coach or mentor to somebody online who never told you that they want you? Right? You have to realize that these girls that you see, on dating sites, on camps, and whatever, those sexy, very kind of girls that knows a game that works for them, do you really think that they would that you are somehow special? No. So it's, oh, I'm sorry guys. This is a question to ask yourself. Do I want to live like this or no? I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna keep the bubbles for a while, so um because, well, oi, I said I'm gonna keep the bubbles and it went back to black. What the heck? Just a moment. Okay. So let me read some of your comments. Groundhog dating is just something I came up with today. Is when you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it's the same outcome, same result, same feeling. um Also, you maybe not doing it, you're not actually doing it, you living through stories of other people. Like, for example, somebody told you, oh, um I met this girl, she was amazing, or I met this girl, she was a scammer, and you don't go to have your own experience. You listen to other people, and you watching content all day. Sometimes I don't care how good the advices or insights are. Sometimes you have to switch everything off and go do it and process and enjoy. You guys notice that I have been taking a lot more time off the live videos, and I started to enjoy my own life a lot more and have my own experiences, and allowing to recharge, because when you recharge you can bring a lot of value to people. When you take your time to recharge, you bring a lot of fresh ideas, you can help people, and you live things through your own heart, through your own experiences. um I think that's really important. Exactly, Philip. I like your comparison. Philip is saying it's like thinking a drug dealer is your best friend in the whole wild world. In a whole wide world, yes, because you're addicted to something, and the other person knows you are addicted, and it's kind of hard to believe in that. It's kind of hard to think that this person have your best interest. Even if she talks to you, even if she replies to you, you realize that the chances of her being genuine are tiny, slim to none, because she's at her job. You don't have a chance to get to know her, and she does not have a chance or even interest to get to know you. In fact, she probably has a man already, right? She probably already have somebody. So think about that. Oh my god, Steven! Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Oh my god, so no comment. Oh my goodness. No more coming back to black, huh? Thank you. So Steven is an official sponsor of Bubble Party, this unexpected Bubble Party this evening. Thank you. Wow. And I appreciate the generous support of my candid video today. By the way, Steven, what are your thoughts? Thank you. Thank you so much for sponsoring the video. Um, adding bubbles to the party, but what are your thoughts on this? Have you have you went have could you relate? You must be liking something. You must be enjoying this. So I just wonder, what are you thinking? And guys, feel free to share. Yes, we have extreme generosity, and we're not going to black and white for a while. You're going to see my blue green eyes. Thank you for this beautiful interruption. I appreciate that once again. So, sometimes Publicious, yes, it does. It's matching my nails, the red. What did I want to say? So, the Groundhog Day, definitely, for example, uh, sometimes you can get yourself of Groundhog Day by making someone else's day very special. Like, for example, Steven make me, really encouraged to share things and go live, and all of you guys who are often, or give a good insight or good feedback for my work, or just a little hello, something, something fresh, something unexpected. Sometimes one way to get out of your own grayness is to make somebody else's day, as we see, and big or small, everybody different. Sometimes it, I'm gonna share a story with you. Do you guys know who Robin Sharma is, by any chance? So Robin Sharma is a Canadian speaker, motivational speaker. He works with high level executives. He's a very inspiring man. I love Robin Sharma. He's one of my favorite people in the world. I used to listen to him all the time. And he shared something. He was in Italy. He was sitting in the restaurant, and is a restaurant or a grocery store, and he was just, and there was this one old lady, she probably was in her 90s, and he bought her a chocolate, for no good reason. He just wanted to make her smile, and he bought her a chocolate, a simple, little chocolate treat. And he just said, hey, this is for you. He gave you the chocolate. He said, hi, this is for you. And he mentioned that that lady, she turned around and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, I'll never forget you. She literally was so deeply touched that a stranger, um, Canadian, or it doesn't matter, but she could tell that he wasn't from there. He just showed her attention and some kindness, and she said, I will never. She told him, I will never forget you. And by the way, tonight I want to tell you a secret. One of the reasons I was late to this live show is because I was outside enjoying myself. What a good reason, right? We have a vintage car show um, here at certain times of the week, and I was talking to somebody, to some vintage car owners. It was really really fun, like retro car, and one girl fixed a problem in one man's car. Surprisingly, she knew what to do with that issue. And he tried to pay her. Like, he had cash to pay her. It happened right in front of me. And she declined. She said, no, 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 I'm not gonna take it. I just did it because I wanted to. Because my dad told me this. And yes, and it was very emotional, and I could tell that this guy who was um who she helped, I could tell he was a Vietnam veteran. He had the hat on, and he had tears in his eyes, because somebody just was happy to help him and fix it, and didn't want to even be paid for it. So, pay it forward, guys. For those of you who are still here, I want to say this: pay it forward, and we keeping the bubbles on. Paid forward is one of the most beautiful things that you can do, right? Paid forward. Who is agreeing with me? Sometimes we get generous things. Sometimes you get unexpected generosity, right? Sometimes you get unexpected kindness, uh, unexpected acts of love, attention, gift. You know, Guys, don't expect stuff in return. Do something for others. And it was beautiful because then this girl shared with me that one time she her car got broke down on the highway, and somebody stopped and fixed all for her. And so that guy told her paid forward, and that she ever since, if she can help, she always helps. It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing. And guys, so I have an excuse to be late, because we had, I was communicating and enjoying people, but I witnessed it right in front of me. And sometimes I want to focus on this thought. Sometimes when you have Groundhog Day and you are depressed, it's kind of you are going through the circle. You have same thing going over and over again. So you know what helps sometimes? When you feel you cannot help yourself, you have same thoughts, they are depressive, they are negative, you feel sad. Sometimes you feel like you are the center of the universe, and you are the only one with the sad thoughts, loneliness, or issues. If you're single or alone, loneliness. If you're married, then relationship problems. Or if you have a job, you don't like your job. If you don't have a job, you wish you would have a job, but you have something, and you feel that you are the only person that experience pain or sadness. You feel like you are the only person who ever went through a situation like this. Guess what? Getting out of your circle. Guys, please listen to me. If you find yourself in sadness and depression and the same thing every single day, you may not admit it to others, but that's how you really feel. You're sick and tired of it. Get Going outside and doing something for people can sometimes break your Groundhog Day and help you to start a positive momentum. I'm gonna say this again. Getting out, imagine kind of looking at yourself like in a white and black movie. Stop not looking at others um like you are the only one who suffers, so nobody understands you. Stop seeing yourself, sometimes like defocus from yourself, and go out and do unexpected things for other people. Small things, little things, big things, material things, non-material things, kind things. It's just kind of incredible what it can help you, how it can help you. Because one of the reasons we feel depressed often is also because we don't feel that we are meaningful enough. We doubt ourselves, and we feel that we don't matter. Nobody knows you, nobody notices you. But guess what happened, when you fix a car for a stranger, or you open the door for somebody, or you buy a chocolate to a lady in her 90s. Maybe maybe she doesn't have any family, and a stranger just bought her a chocolate. um Doing unexpected things, hopping on a live stream and supporting somebody who is coming to you with an open heart definitely inspires them back. It doesn't matter, once again, big or small, whatever you can do. But one of the best things, honestly, that I personally discovered in my life, I started making my videos when it was a very challenging time in my life, and I felt that if I can get out of it, I will help others. So I was getting out from the darkness and confusion and pain, and helping others really um, refocus attention on positive and on sharing the good message with people. You know what I mean? So if you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm the only person, nobody loves me, nobody cares, nobody calls me, nobody invites me anywhere, I have no friends, start being a friend. Start being a person that notice others. Start the small talk, help somebody, buy somebody groceries. Somebody who is behind you, buy somebody groceries, buy somebody coffee. I don't eat in my car, so I don't do the drive-throughs. I'm not that American yet. So but I know a lot of people do drive-through and fast food. Buy some coffee for the person that is behind you. Uh, or if you are at the grocery store, uh, pay for some drink for somebody, or their groceries, or something. I mean, it is most incredible the satisfaction you get from making other people smile is the most incredible thing. And I am a big believer in paid forward. I'm getting a little emotional, but I definitely a huge believer in paying forward. And so thank you, all of you who have been um, an inspiration for me as well. Thank you guys for the thank you. Thank you guys for the for the kind words. Do you guys want me to go in black and white? We should just go to the black because it's time to definitely time to go to bed. Yes, veterans on this live streams, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service because your courage helps us. Freedom is not free, and we appreciate your sacrifice for our peaceful days. Thank you, Bill. And if I have any more veterans who are watching it, um, police officers, and anybody who is protecting us and serving, thank you so much. You are the reason why I can become all philosophical here and not worry about my safety. So, thank you. Thank you, Stephen. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Jim, I'm a patriot. You didn't know? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was really inspiring, to see that, veteran, getting his vintage car fixed, and this girl who was just so genuine. She said, "Yeah, my dad taught me, I am she said absolutely not." And she was so delighted to help, and he was so touched. And it happened like literally right in front of me. It was just beautiful. I just felt reinvented, invigorated. I don't know how else to say it. Just very I felt bubbles inside of me because I feel such an important time. It's such an important time for humanity. There is a lot going on right now in the world, but humanity, you may have your beliefs, I have my beliefs, regarding politics, faith, so on and so forth. but the most important thing in the world is these common acts of kindness and common human values. And um, I feel that if we would spend all the energy we spend competing and proving each other wrong, if we will put that energy on uniting, embracing, and paying forward, we will be living in a better place. We would be living in a better place. Yes, kindness definitely surpasses politics, even though some of you know it's already revealed I'm very passionate about certain political aspects, but I definitely say that common human values should win over everything. So, yes, it is so nice to be back. I haven't. How long, guys? How long have I not made a live video? Maybe for a week? Oh, thank you, Frank. Frank is saying, thank you, Veronika. Some great inspiration today and kind words. You're welcome. So, my dear friends, let's mm, sum it up. Whatever you find yourself, in a, if you feel like a greyhound, you feel have the same feelings, same frustration, same. Try to do something different. Try to look with different eyes on the same situation. Don't be afraid to invest some of your effort, time, and money for somebody who can help you. It's interesting how quickly, we would spend money, or people spend money on beer and cigarettes and, entertainment and some nasty things, the, addictions, porn, gambling, some other things that only put you down, um, that will only depress you. Alcohol, people don't doubt to spend hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars on their addictions, but they don't have enough courage to spend their time, money, and effort on something that can take them out of the groundhog day or groundhog reality, or just even giving yourself a chance to get out of it. So let's make sure that for those of you who had seen this video, you have another little encouragement to get out of this circle. um I know, and I can relate to it. I am not just speaking, oh, I know everything. No, I have been depressed several times, and I have been anxious, and I have been traumatized. Just like everybody. I mean, if you haven't been, you probably have been living in a closet, right? But I have refused. I don't believe in taking, medication, or drugs or alcohol. So for me, it was a journey of mind. I was wondering, what could make me feel better, or what is that so painful, or what issues are unresolved that they bring me so much pain that I feel numb, and why I am unhappy when everybody looks happy. It's kind of weird, but a lot of times I feel the loneliest among people. Um, yeah, or I feel the loneliest often, um, in a relationship with somebody. I mean, in the past, not right now, but in the past. So sometimes, once again, um, it's a culture right now of external validation. We are in a hurry to post things, to get likes, to get comments on something. But try to validate by yourself. Try to do those things that really make you fulfilled, even if other people find them weird. I started this video with sharing how I made a crucial mistake, sharing with somebody about some things that I'm doing. Um, or that are slightly out of the box, and having that reaction, why, gave me chills and gave me anxiety. And then today I was walking and I thought to myself, because one day I won't be able to. That's why you don't need to, for other people to understand you. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to get an approval to be great. You don't need to get approval to be happy. You don't need to get approval for your choices in your personal life and in how you want to live life. You really don't need an approval from other people, because when it's your time to leave this planet, at least this physical world, these people are not going to be there with you. So you got to make sure you do everything your heart asks you to. And when somebody tells you that you're not feeling it right, that your feelings are wrong, that or you know uh, you are making a mistake, um, because you choosing to do something with your heart. I'm gonna here go to black and white for a sec. When somebody tells you that, oh, you're making a mistake, or you shouldn't be doing this, maybe you changing your career, maybe you following your heart and you pursuing the person you love with all of your heart. Maybe you moving to another place, maybe you are traveling and exploring like you always wanted but you couldn't. Whatever you're doing with your life, if that feels great to you, if you wake up every single day and you just literally running around the house because or you can't wait for the day to get started, um, don't worry about it. Don't worry if it's not aligning with somebody else's life. The truth is, they probably are living Groundhog Day and Groundhog Week and Groundhog months and year and Groundhog life. So that's why they can understand how you can dare to do something that you want. So with that being said, guys, I want to thank you once again. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the participation, for your generosity, um, love and care. And I hope that you will have a wonderful night of sleep. And tomorrow morning, you will think about it and you will do some things differently. Sometimes those are just tiny little things, maybe you take a different route, maybe you take a nature walk, maybe you call a friend that you want to talk to, maybe you will tell the person you love that you love them, maybe you'll dare to make a plan for yourself and do it even if it's not approved by another person. So yes, let's have some fresh air and build some positive momentum. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you and have a wonderful night, everybody.